What's up, good people? It's Isaiah. And as we look at the tape, do I do that in every video? I'm pretty sure I do. Anyway, so as we look at the tape, okay, we do have that nurse that I'm about 80% sure a lot of us have probably maxed out at this point. It'd be pretty hard not to, you know? Like, with all the new characters we got, and I'm pretty sure there's quite a few of us that have gotten Pom more times than we care to admit. So, as we can see here, I do like her outfit, right? I think I like it better than this one, which is weird, you know what I mean? She's just, what is this anyway? What is that she's twirling around? Okay. All right, kind of violent out here, but it's all good. Anyway, so I was asked the question of how I get so many light and shadow. It's a combination of, well, I have a video on the entire thing, but it is in fact a combination of a few things. Lots of pulling, lots of already having tons of characters maxed out, and then of course grinding. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got asked this question twice. One for Manalka and then another for Felmina, I believe. But yeah, that's really all that is. It's just a combination of those two. And of course other things as well, like grinding and things of that nature through dungeons and whatnot. But the grinding for dungeons, primarily what I mean is like typically when a new episode gets released, you'll have the ability to get some light or some shadow. You can simply save those up, really, and then, you know, when you get a character that's closing in on 255, you can just max them out right away. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we do have Pom here. I haven't done her quests, of course. You know what I mean? So therefore, I haven't tested her at all. You know, for those wondering, the XP dungeon, by the way, is still dropping like 1 million plus experience per fight. So for those that just got what's her name? I literally just did her fight with this exact team. I should say. Wow, what was her name? Hold on. An axe user. Let me see here. Where's she at? Yeah, here we go. So I just did Kikyo's manifest fight. And as soon as I got it, went to the XP dungeon, ran through it. It was just fine. By the way, in case anybody's wondering, the skill set that I use is literally the first skill for everyone. So Torrent here was used for Felmina. Lulu used that skill. Anima. Ismena used this. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that, so I'm not even going to bother butchering it. That first skill. And Dunerith used this skill here. You know what I mean? And if you didn't kill her in the first turn, and this is on the level 10 fight, by the way, if you didn't kill her on the first turn, say because one of these 3 damage dealers just didn't do enough damage, then by turn 2, you can just AF and then just use that first skill over and over and over again, and you're pretty much guaranteed to wipe her out. You know what I mean? So, anyway, the point of this video was actually to showcase paid banner pulls. All right, because there's a lot of free banner pulls on Another Eden, but no paid ones. And I figured, why not showcase some of these? Now, as you can see, I've only did the one pull on Pom here, and you know, got her. So, you know, there's that. When Manalka got released, I actually didn't do a pull on the paid banner until after I got Manalka, and in my case, it was a single pull on the free banner, just because I was curious. I didn't even check the rates or anything. Did the pull, got Manalka after the first pull. I was like, wow, so I really have no reason to pull on these paid banners. But because the rates are far higher on the paid banners when compared to the free ones, I still did my pulls on the paid banners. You know what I mean? And to showcase what I mean, so if we look at just getting Pom here, the rate here is for Venus, 1%. But then if I go and look at this paid banner here and do a look at that, it's now 10%. And then if I look at this fateful encounter here, this is also at 10%. You know what I mean? So because the rates are higher, and some most of the time, I think it was the Mariel one where the rates were like 10% for like 4 or 5 characters, you know, and it wasn't limited to how many pulls you can do. All right. I want to say that was back in April, I believe, when they did that. Hopefully they do that again. You know what I mean? But yeah, as you can see, it's 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10% across the board for, you know, the featured bannered characters. All right. So anyway, the point of this video, like I said, is to showcase the paid banner pulls here. Now I already have Pom, so naturally, there's really no reason for me to do any more paid banner pulls. I can just save the Chrono Stones or use them when grinding dungeons, which is what I've been doing, actually, as I grind for Cam. Okay. There we go, Pom. Go figure. Now, mind you, I have every Guiding Light Staff character maxed out, so anytime I get a Guiding Light Staff character, there's going to be additional light points in this particular case for staff users. Right? I have almost all of the Shadow Axe characters maxed out. The one I don't have maxed out is Sophia, and she's a free character, and free characters are never included in these pulls. So, Lele, of course, Guiding Light Staff, as you can see there. Pry, Hammer user, Luring Shadow Hammer, have all of the Shadow Hammer users maxed out as well. So, any Hammer user I get here would pretty much be free game, you know, more points for me. Lance, I have almost all Lance users maxed out, or light Lance users maxed out. I think there's maybe 3 left. I'd have to check. We'll check at the end of this here. Again, all Axe users, light Axe users are finished. And here we have a gold door, and we get Dunerith, right? I don't have all Luring Shadow staff users maxed out. But as you can see, you got Dunerith here. I don't even know where he's at as far as Shadow is concerned. All right, I mentioned Lance earlier. Let's see. I want to say... Okay, these are the only 2. Ian and Soria are not done. Meant to look at... Dunerith is a staff Shadow user. And Dunerith, he's right here. He's at 180 right now. So... I don't have every staff user maxed out here. At least not yet, that is. You know what I mean? Free characters, if you were to just get rid of the free characters, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that leaves everyone else. You know what I mean? So we go from 16 to 12 at that point. All right? So, Dunerith, another 180, which is nice because he just got... I know he's 20 away from Gracia extension, but did get some additional intelligence here. Okay. All right, back to the pulling here. We're gonna just use this up, right? Again, all Axe users are maxed out, or light Axe users here. Not all light bow users are maxed out, which, by the way, this brings up a question. I don't know who's currently next in line to be released. You know what I mean? So if it is, say, more Axe users, then guess what? Pretty much good to go. For if it's more Lance users, you know what I mean? Which I believe we'll be getting 1 new Lance user in the future. Then I would say that's 4 additional light points for Lance users, or whoever the new Lance user is going to be. Which, of course, when I get her, I can simply just give her all of the light Lance that I got. You know what I mean? Depending on how many banners we have left, I may not be able to max her out as soon as I get her, but we'll see. Another bow user here. Another bow user here, which I believe we're getting another bow user. Which, of course, if that is the case, then he'll get those additional bows. You know what I mean? Staff. At this point, we might as well get another staff user. You know what I mean? Because having, again, more staff. Like I said, I mean, another staff user, Yuna. Like, I have the staff users maxed out. And so, to show you what I mean here, which, by the way, Yuna is still a good character. 419 guiding light staffs. You know what I mean? And the only pull I did recently was for who was it? Was it Melody or was it someone else? I don't remember exactly. Let me see here. So I believe I did a video about her, actually. Let me check my content. Let's see. Parissa, she's maxed out. Flam is maxed out. Mayumpha. Okay, so it was Mayumpha, Alter Mayumpha, that I got. Alright, so as you can see, like, this is why it was so easy to max her out, because I had more than enough guiding like staffs to just max her out as soon as I got her. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much how that works. Alright, moving on. Let's see here. I'm trying to see what I got that are extras. Anyway, back to the dreams here. And we're gonna run, okay, we're gonna run this too here, Faithful Encounter. All right, I need to be sure to use this ticket, by the way. When does this expire? On the 9th, I need to be sure to use that. I need to be sure to use that. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Oh, Taha, that's interesting, so I was just looking at you. Again, as you can see, when you have all light staff characters maxed out, this becomes incredibly simple. So, I don't know what it is with Another Eden and their light staff characters, by the way. They have a lot of them. I like that I'm getting some katanas, because I believe we're going to be getting a Thunder Katana user, I think. I saw a video about it somewhere, or maybe it was in the Another Eden unofficial Reddit, you know. So anyway, nice. Zevi, okay. Eefy, nice. So of these characters here, Eefy I don't have maxed out, and Tool are the ones I don't have maxed out. Everyone else on this list is pretty much done. All right, so Raven, interesting. If I wanted more Ravens, I'd probably go to one of these lesser or older banners here, just to see what I would actually get. So it looks like this list is far smaller than the other lists in the game, you know, because these stop pretty much at Izuka and Mighty, you know what I mean? So if I was doing polls to max out, say, certain characters, and by certain characters I mean, like, say I wanted to max out Eefy, for example. If Raven is included in this list, which he is at 2.10%, and that's for the 4-star, then, you know, I would do polls on where I'm most likely to get him, then versus where I'm not really most likely to get him here, you know what I mean? But the odds of getting, say, someone like a Yakumo who's finished are much higher, you know what I mean? So, I'm gonna try to do my picks. I'm gonna go ahead and do this poll here. Like I said, like, I don't mind spending money for the game. Hell, I buy the soundtracks, for crying out loud. And the soundtracks are good. So far, everybody that has never played Another Eden, they went out, I played the music for them, and they fell in love with the music like right away, knowing nothing about the game. They're like, ooh, I like that. That one's very calming. Like the Last Island, the Lola Dome, for example. All right. In other places like that, you know, Mementos, you know. I feel like Darunus, probably butchering his name. I feel like he needs like a 5-star. You know what I mean? Because we were introduced to him incredibly early, actually. I want to say like at the very start of the game, a part of the guard. You know what I mean? So I feel like he should have something here. Like, give my boy an update or something. Luring Shadow Fist. This is interesting because I have those done. The last one to do, by the way, for Luring Shadow Fist. What? Okay. As I was saying, the last one I had finished was Ukwaji here. Got him to 255, I want to say on the 30th of October. So, very interesting stuff. I don't think they're going to be giving us another Luring Shadow Fist user for quite some time. I could be wrong. And Lance users, of course, like I mentioned before, I think we'll be getting another free Lance user. And let's just see the progress here. Staff, I mean, do I really need to show this? Like I said, they're all done. For those that don't believe me, they're all finished here. Okay. Moving on to Sword. Right, because the W, people like the sword. Nah, it's Sword. All right. Anyway, so I don't really care about the 3 stars. The question is, like, if I were to max out any of these 3 here, El Seal, Violet, and Crest, who would I pick? I don't know. Probably El Seal, but El Seal is more of a support than she is damage, so it really does depend. Let's see here. We only have 1 additional Guiding Light sword there. Looking at Katana now. So I don't have all of them done. That's been pitched, by the way, that I had every single character maxed out at 255. I don't. I have all of the overpowered ones. Most of the overpowered ones finished. You know what I mean? So here we go for all of these here. So not bad. I'd probably just give these to Cyrus at this point. I did not mean to do that. Okay, like how I kept everything. Axe here, they're all done. Alright, as we can see. Lance, not all done. Alright, Ian and Soria are literally the last 2, but everyone else pretty much done here. Bow users, actually, hold on. Let me go back to Axe. It's 309. Wow, I didn't even know I had that many. 392 Guiding Light Axe. That's insane. So if we get another Axe user, guess who gets maxed out? In fact, I can even finish up. Oh no, they're all done. Never mind. Looking at Lance here. So again, like I said, it's just these 2 here, and there's 84 here. So obviously, whenever the next Guiding Light Lance user gets released, it's 80 right away to open up the additional skill slot. Looking at Bow, we have most of them done, not all of them, obviously. Like the 3 stars here. Primeo is literally the last one here on the list with 3 Guiding Light bows. Okay, when the next bow user gets released, I'll probably finish these 4 up, honestly, because thinking about it, let's see. I believe Anothereden released, at least in Japan, back last month. They released a new Guiding Light bow user, right? So by the time we get this guy, it's probably gonna be sometime next year, probably like 2 or 3 months. I could be wrong, also, because the catch-up campaign is mad quick. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just saying, like, it may be a few months before we get them, and by that time I can finish all of them. So anyway, Fist here. We're doing pretty good. Dewey, we actually finally finished. Okay. And then we have the 3 stars, really lovely at 147, which honestly I think I only really use in let's see, I used her in like a manifest fight, and then I'll probably end up using her in like these super bosses that came in the latest chapter, like where you have to go back and fight against those rocks or whatever. And so I use her for that. There's only 3 there, so I'm in no rush to finish her up. Amy, as you can see, I gave Amy some loving, you know what I'm saying, with the 35 here. Twiggy, I only recently got him this year, so. Hammer here, we're doing just fine. Okay, maxed out Samora, because why not? He's clearly the strongest character in the game. Everybody just sleeps on Samora. Anyway, Tool, right? Yumfa, Valets, I don't have maxed out. Valette, I'm not. Valletta wasn't even sure if I wanted to max her out, to be honest. So at that point, I was just giving them to, say, Mayumpha. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much how that worked, really. Just, my main thing was getting Vallette to 80 to open up the extra skill slot. You know what I mean? I haven't really tested Thunder Teams just yet, so that's still on the chopping block. And then, of course, giving Rika some loving as well, as you can see, because she's like the first real member of the party. And so, moving on to Hammer. These are all done. I'm curious, how many of these do I have? 192. Nice. Go to Fist. These again. That's really it. How many of these do I have? 74. All right. Looking at Bo here. All right, got the overpowered characters done. Oma. Right. Barissa, if you guys like end of term stuff. All right, Mistrer, which she's 32 away. I can technically finish her next month. I don't know. We'll see. Lance, I just don't even bother because this is literally all we got. You know what I mean? So I don't even know if I have any. There's 3. You know, so it's going to be a while before I finish these 5 characters. Hacks here, all done except for Sophia. There's 41 here. Katana here. Right, I got the overpowered characters done. Sesta. Okay. And let's see here. Also got Sukiya done here as well. Though she was like my pain setter for the longest time, just by being in the party, so that's why. So, Sword. All right, Minolka finished. Alphin finished. Around the same time, finished Ukwaji here, and Marina, she's finished. I don't know if you would consider her overpowered, but she's finished. Shannon, Alter finished, and Dillalily 8 away. Wow. Okay. Might do some pulls to see if I get, say, Brino, Shannon, Marina, or Minolka, just to finish her up, to be honest. Hizmina, not finished, which is sad, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't use her much, actually. It wasn't until I added her into this water-based party that I really started looking at her, right? And then, of course, the Shadow staff users, okay? You got the overpowered ones finished. You know, people like Yakumo, for example, Rosetta, if you can call her overpowered, you know what I mean? And that's pretty much it. Yakumo being like the one to have done right now. There's Cam at 123. I've been mainly grinding his dungeon here. And I mean, I haven't used any of these extras actually. Efi, as you can see, as you all saw earlier, just got the additional 16. And then Dunarith, right? He's currently sitting at 48. You know what I mean? So, again, Dunarith, in my opinion, being another support-based unit. At least that's just my opinion on him right now. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these characters I don't really experiment with other than the passive, right? He sets the water zone, you know, when he has 4 other water zone characters in the front line to include himself. So, you know, 3 other water-based characters in the front line, water zone gets set. So, that's why, you know, I view him as support, and I'm in no rush to max him out either. So, but there we have it, though, guys. What paid pull would do if I were to do, say, a regular pull on the latest banner. We'll see that I still get Lance users or staff users. Oh, nice. All right, so, and I guess you could say that would be the difference between paid banner pulls and then free banner pulls. All right, this would be, say, honestly, I never really cared about who I got in these banner pulls, to be honest. My main thing was maxing out characters, really, because I figured even if I didn't get the bannered character, and I mentioned this before in my video, even if I didn't get the bannered character, it didn't bother me, simply because Another Eden is very forgiving in regards to, like, clearing content, right? There are ways to clear super bosses, for crying out loud, with free characters only, no roster, which is insane to me. Okay, so there's ways to do it. All right, I believe there's a user. I'm drawing a blank on his YouTube handle, but he does that a lot. He'll take on like a true manifest fight, no roster, free characters only. So it's like, okay, so there are no excuses for anybody at that point. And that's kind of one of those things I do like about Another Eden is the fact that that's even possible, right? You're not forced into using, say, certain characters, though having certain units definitely does help in clearing content. All right, take for example me running through Entrana recently, having Felmina ES, Tunera, and then 2 other water-based users definitely does help. But I could probably clear that dungeon without using this team. You know what I mean? Could I clear it for free? I don't know. We'll still need a way to manage MP, so you would need to have a user who could easily manage MP usage, But that's pretty much it for this video. Okay, like I said, Another Eden, very forgiving. I definitely do enjoy it. I'm curious to know what on earth her character quest is going to be, because that's going to be interesting. All right, so other than that, that's pretty much it for this one. Again, that was the difference between, say, paid pulling, right, where I was just showcasing paid pulls, and then of course one free pull. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, and I will talk to you all later.